T minus 3, 2, 1, ignition.
What you know about this life? Yeah. Just relax, baby, get high. Yeah, you're on your way to the best night ever. No top on it, no top, no top. Out with the stars.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Between Two Ferns. Today's guest is Nick Finley. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here, Connor. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing another one, but then one of our lazy, no good recap skippers in the league bowed out yet again, so I figured, what the hell? And the first three people I interviewed, they're all in the losers bracket, and I figured if I'm doing one more, let's do the likely biggest loser of all.
Alright, glad to be here, I guess.
Yeah. Get this dog out of here. Go on, get.
Whose dog is this?
How did a dog get on set? Alright, in the last 3 weeks, you've managed to put together 2 of the lowest scoring weeks in the history of the league. And it's the lowest 3-game stretch ever. So you've scored 117 points in the last 3 weeks. In league history, there's been 3 teams that have scored more than that in a single week. How do you do it?
A lot of luck, Connor. Not necessarily the best of luck, but I mean, had some unfortunate injuries. Overall, I think I made some good trades to set myself up good for next year, but yeah, I don't know. Week 14, I had pretty much my whole team on bye. Although, one thing is the one tight end I did start did double the score of the one guy I started, so I only had one chance of starting somebody right, and I messed that up. So
Yeah, I thought I'd just do you a favor and kind of recap everything that has gone wrong for you in the last 3 weeks.
sweet guy.
Yeah, so Kyler, injured, out for the year. Jonathan Taylor, injured, out for the year. Derek Carr, pitiful performances, and then benched by the Raiders. Deebo Samuel, hurt. You got a combined 1.24 points from quarterbacks in week 14. You also got a combined 9.6 from your starting tight ends over the 3-week period. At the same time, as you mentioned, you had 21.4 points from your bench tight ends. You also had a combined 51 points from your 8 started running backs over that 3-week stretch. It's an average of 6.4 points. Not very good.
That's not good.
No, yeah, surprisingly. Also, that includes a 22-point outing from David Montgomery. Just for shits and giggles, if we exclude that, drops your average to 4.08. Just for some context, there's only 69 other running backs in the league this year that are averaging that kind of points.
69?
69. Pretty good number.
Alright.
So, lastly, you got a combined negative 8 points from your defenses over a 3-week stretch. Which of these is your favorite and why?
Which of those 2 weeks was my favorite?
Out of all the shitty things that have happened to you, which is your favorite?
I don't know. I think the one that shocked me the most was Jonathan Taylor going out. I think I traded for him. You confidently told me that he would be saving my ass at the end of the season. So I traded quite a bit for him. And yeah, now he's out till the beginning of next year. So that came around to bite me. I'll also point out that I was very close to trading Derek Carr instead of Kirk Cousins to T-Bay. So if we would have done that, that probably would have put me in a slightly less shittier spot. Probably not enough to escape the hole, but
Would have helped, yeah. I think my favorite is the defense because You could have just played no defenses for 3 straight weeks, and that would have hurt you less than the defenses you started. And I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was probably about week 9, week 10. Everybody's really focusing on their drafts. I spent a decent amount of research on the best defense to have for playoffs, which was the Buccaneers. I really didn't mean to ask because I held them in one of my open slots, and the one time I played them, they got me negative points, and I dropped them, and they of course went back up. So, hey, freeloader, good eye. That's stone.
That one hurts.
I did a decent amount of research for that one too. More so than I have for a lot of players. So.
Alright, so when I interviewed Andrew a couple months ago, he was riding high, sitting pretty at 5-4, feeling confident, had a really good shot to make the playoffs. Following that conversation I had with him, he went on to go 0-4, managed to finish 7th in the league. Some may say that jinxed him. Seeing as how you're already at rock bottom, do you think talking today on the show may cause some inverse magic and somehow help you win next week?
Like I said, happy to be here, Connor. Happy to fucking be here.
So, on kind of a lighter note, in the last 18 months, you've traded 2 washed-up quarterbacks in Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers to Michael. Have you ever considered seeing if he's interested in Derek Carr?
No, but honestly, he does have a few players like Saquon Barkley. I'm kind of interested in that player, so I'm sure me and Michael can work something out with him potentially getting Derek Carr.
He's got a type.
He's got a type, and now that I have that insider information, I think next year's trading is going to help me out. So I'll have to keep that in mind, Connor.
For sure. What punishment are you most afraid of?
It's funny, I been debating this with some of my coworkers and stuff all week. Honestly, I cannot fully remember what Jacob's punishment exactly is.
It's like, you have to say I suck at fantasy football like 16,000 odd times on a live stream.
Yeah. That one is somewhat... I think that's the most, I know Andrews is, over a long duration, but that one is a lot of time-consuming effort and embarrassment. I've lied to so many women on Instagram, so that would just really, really hurt a lot of the progress I've made and lies and all the deceitfulness I've done. But, probably his or Bobby's. Bobby's is just kind of shitty as hell. I might as well eat a fuckload of tacos and just get shot like crazy. I don't even know. I'm not much of a runner. I'm a lover. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty fucked from here. Yeah. But probably those 2. Andrews is definitely a close third. I agree with Thomas. It's unconstitutional. Andrew, you suck. I really wish you would have gotten your own punishment again. So I can laugh again. But yeah. I haven't really thought I was going to actually end up doing a punishment all year, but reality really fucking hit last week.
Yeah, another sub 60 point game will do that.
And if I read Michael's message correctly, I have to also pay for my own engraving or the trophy.
For the winners, yeah. So the loser has to pay. Kind of an insult to injury type of thing. But
yeah, this league is a lot of fun. Thanks for allowing me to join.
Alright, so now to end, we'll just recap kind of what happened last week. Obviously, this is the final week of the season. I'm going to start with you and Cam. Right now, you got 55.72. Cam's at 113.86. Based off the projection for Cam this week, you need to score about 185 points to technically tie that. You've done that once before. You think you can do it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, fuck it. I think I got this.
It's a good spirit. Alright, and then next up we got Andrew versus T-Bay. Thomas' team has come on strong. He scored 162. Andrew only put up 105. It's a 57-point difference. Also, their game. It's for the first overall pick, best odds, but otherwise don't really care. You got any hot takes, projections on that one?
Probably Andrew.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a pick for him.
And then next matchup is yours truly versus Michael. Right now I got a 20-point lead. I put up 161. He put up 141. Although my team is kind of falling apart with Derrick Henry gone out. And then my quarterback situation is not ideal. Who do you have winning that one?
You.
Me too, I think so.
Michael has the lowest points for, or he has the lowest points against. I can't remember what it is. But that man has been skating
He
on
is the
Mark.
second lowest points for on the season, which is
And the lowest points against.
yeah.
That's to you, Michael. I just wanted to call that out to the whole fucking public.
And then lastly, we got the championship game, Bobby versus Jacob. This one's not very close either. The closest game out of these matchups is 20 points. It's kind of a bummer. But right now, Bobby's at 111, Jacob's at 139. Who do you have taking home the trophy?
I think Bobby, honestly.
The
I don't know. I kind of feel like Jacobs has time. I think Bobby, I think his players are just going to come out of nowhere and win. I don't know. Likely, Jacob might win it all, but I don't know. I have some faith Bobby's going to win it all. Put his name on that trophy.
Nice. Well, Monday night game, that'll be the decider because Bobby's got the Bills stacked. So I guess we'll see. But that's all the time I have. Signing off for the last time this season. Thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot about my own fantasy team from you. So, yeah, thanks for having me on and pointing out all the fun shit that's happened to me this year. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. See you later.
Cheers.